Hi guys, welcome back. I'm going to tell you ways to not feel depressed anymore. Whether you're just feeling like subtly little sad or like full on depressed, it's just like a really common thing now. Like a lot of people nowadays, especially with social media, will get into funks, including me. Like I've had moments where I'm just down and there's no reason for it. And then I've had moments where there is reasons for being down, and that's when it usually hits more. So, overall, being sad, being down, and even being full on depressed is pretty common nowadays. That's just how the world is. I don't know why it's like that. It's just like that. But we don't have to stay like that. And I want to tell you guys some things that could help you get out of a funk if you're in one right now. And I don't want to go over like the cliches that everyone already knows, like working out every day or journaling, and there's like some cliche like obvious things you can do, like clean your room. I want to go more into like the mindset of it. Okay, so if I have an era where I'm in a funk, usually what I like to do is scroll on my phone or completely disassociate through what they like to say is doom scrolling, or just like feeding myself as much social media, TV, anything to stimulate my brain and distract me from what's really going on. If that's what you're doing right now, I just want you to pause and recognize it, that you're just feeding your brain things to distract yourself. So, usually when I catch myself in this era of distracting myself, when I'm usually low, I first recognize it. Like, okay, I'm doing it right now. I'm distracting myself. I'm scrolling. I'm not hanging out with people. I want to stay in and I just want to be on my phone. I want to start this Netflix series. I want to do all these things. I'll just bring awareness to that. And I won't judge it. The goal is to never judge yourself at all, especially when you're in a more vulnerable place. Like, if you are down, it's good that you're just watching this video and recognizing like, oh, I'm down. Okay, here's a video that might help me. Or maybe you're not even down, you're just watching this video, whatever the case is. If you're down, it's good just to bring awareness to it. And anything that you are realizing in this place of awareness, your ultimate goal is to not judge yourself, because once you judge yourself, you're screwed and it's harder to go into awareness. So first, we're bringing awareness to the fact that we're doom scrolling and we're avoiding things. So now that you're there, the next thing you're going to want to do is just pause even more. So I paused and realized that I'm scrolling on my phone. Now I'm going to pause and just be with myself. Whether that means literally throwing your phone, and you can try all this after the podcast. I'm just going to walk you through it right now. Like, whether it means literally throwing your phone and just sitting and breathing. Or let's say you're listening to this podcast right now, and let's say you're doing something else, like you're multitasking. Maybe just stop what you're doing, like multitasking, still listen to the podcast, and just be with me right now, like right here on this pod, and just breathe and just feel yourself. So, like, the goal is to just be with yourself. And that's why a lot of people can get so stuck in depression and not get out, because the first step is to just be with yourself. And sometimes people get overwhelmed from just the be with yourself step. Like, let's say you're sitting here right now and you're just being with yourself. Like, I've had eras where I've just sat and I just like realized, like, oh my God, I'm down and I'm feeling myself and I'm feeling my feelings. It starts to feel really overwhelming and it starts to feel like a lot. And then that's when I want to just go on my phone again and avoid it. So, to not be depressed also means to be very disciplined. If you really want to not be sad, you have to work hard for it. It's easy for you to just not be disciplined and get so sucked up in it and just let it happen. I've done that before, where I've just been sad for over 2 months and I haven't really done much about it, and I just kept distracting myself through hanging out with friends and scrolling. But what's going to happen is you will hit a breaking point. You'll hit rock bottom. And usually that's when people like really decide to change, is when they hit rock bottom, they're at the worst place of their life, and then that's when they're like, enough is enough. Our goal with this is to not get to rock bottom. Sure, you can hit rock bottom and then completely change, but that's harder. If you just recognize now, even when you're like the littlest of sad, maybe it's not full on sad, but if you just decide to pause now, it can make so much of a difference. So from being with yourself and deciding to pause, let's say through your phone, or maybe you're just sitting here listening to this podcast and just focusing on your breath, you're going to feel some things. You're going to feel maybe like a weird feeling in your chest. You're going to think back to like weird memories. Maybe you want to judge yourself for things you did in the past. Like that's something I would do when I'm being with myself. I'll think back to something embarrassing I did. My head will try to torture myself. My head will try to play mind games and tell me things like, oh, it's not worth being with yourself right now, or like just scrolling your phone, or you're not that depressed, or whatever mind games is coming up. So I want you to recognize any mind games that are coming up, like your head maybe humiliating you more, maybe telling you more wrong things about yourself, or maybe your head's just going numb. And the goal is just to keep breathing. And then from here, you can journal and really try to figure it out. Journal all your pent up anger or whatever you're avoiding. Or you can either meditate. Meditating is the ultimate key to healing from depression. The thing is not everyone wants to do it. And it's also not the easiest thing to do. I could easily tell you right now to meditate if you're feeling like low, and you could easily tell me, yeah, I'll meditate, I'll get to it. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say like they want to try meditating or they'll get to it, but no one actually really meditates. Well, it's rare to find like people who haven't really had any background or practice in meditating and just jumping into it. If they're able to do that, that's really impressive. It's a hard thing to do. Like it seems so easy. Like, yeah, I just close my eyes and I meditate. But especially if you're in a low place, that's not going to be easy, because when you're closing your eyes, all these thoughts are going to be like going crazy. And that's why a lot of people have a hard time with meditating, is because of their thoughts, because they don't want to go there. They don't want to sit with them, and they feel like they're incapable of meditating because their thoughts are so crazy and their brain goes all over the place. That's just an excuse. Everyone has riled up thoughts when they meditate. And the goal is to just keep on going even though your thoughts are wound up. So if you are capable of maybe just closing your eyes and just focusing on your breath, that's the best way just to start with anything close to meditating. Literally just closing your eyes and count. You can even count your breath. Or one thing I'd love to do is this. So I close my eyes, inhale, exhale. So the goal is just to get you to be present with yourself, with your breath, and like get yourself in the present moment. Because when you're depressed, you're either thinking about all these things in the past that aren't happening now. Usually it's, if you're depressed, you're thinking about the past. If you're anxious, you're thinking about the future. But it can be a mixture of both, honestly, with depression. You can be sitting there worrying about like what's gonna happen in the future. Am I gonna be able to like do this task? Like, oh, and like, will they like me? Will they not like me? Or you can think to the past, like, oh, I can't believe I did this. What's wrong with me? Like, I should have done something better. Like usually that's what's happening, is your head's going past future. So the goal of meditating, or just bringing yourself back to yourself, is to bring you in the present moment. So you can start with something so simple, like just focusing on your breath. Inhale, exhale. And it's not going to be perfect. Like, I feel like people, when they start with this journey of healing, they immediately get disencouraged if they're not able to just sit for 5 minutes and breathe and have no thought at all. Like, they think they have to be so perfect. Like, usually people will start meditating and then all of a sudden have thoughts, and then they'll just stop. They'll be like, oh, I had too many thoughts, I can't meditate. Like, no. As long as you're just doing something, it's fine. Even if you're just sitting there and you're focusing on your breath and then your head gets sidetracked to a million other things, just keep going. It's okay. It's okay that your head gets sidetracked. I don't know why people get so disencouraged by that. Like, it happens in meditation. Like, we get sidetracked. We think of a million things we want to do. If you're able to just to let yourself keep sitting there with your breath, even though you're having a million thoughts, that's when you're a pro meditator. Pro meditators aren't people who have no thoughts at all. Pro meditators are people who can have a million thoughts, but still follow through with the practice and still want to do it every single day, even though they have a million thoughts. I don't know why people think they need to completely clear their mind to meditate. That's a side tangent about meditation, because that really overall is the goal. If you're trying to get rid of depression, because that's what I've experienced. That's helped me the most with getting rid of my depression, is meditating. But it's just so hard to get yourself up and do it. Like, I would think about all the times, like, I'm going to meditate when I was sad. And I would think, like, oh, I'm just going to, like, scroll more. I'm going to watch more shows. And then I'll meditate. And I would never do it. Or maybe it would finally be, like, the last minute, like, until I'm about to go to bed and meditate. And I would just, like, half butt it. once I learned to really take it serious and not half-ass it, like actually like full on like focus, like really just bring in my breath, that's when life has started to be so much more easier. That's when like my mind started to clear up. I don't go into depression like I used to go into. Like I don't get down like that. Yeah, like yes, I have ups and downs, but it's not like how it used to be. So, overall, the goal when you're depressed or down is to just bring yourself into the present moment and pause. And if you're able to do something like meditate, that's great. But anything that will help you pause, anything that will help you throw your phone away, like, like I literally will throw my phone, anything that'll help you just sit with yourself, anything that helps you journal, like if you can just do anything like that at all, then you will be already going to a better place. And it comes down to you to actually decide to do that. So I hope after this podcast, you guys decide to journal or just do something that helps you come back to you, even if it's like dance or